Welcome to all Earth-Keeper Stargate videos. Are very pleased to present a wonderful video of speaker, author, academic and master channel, Linda M. Robinson. Linda Robinson's remarkable book, Awakenings, beautifully shares the compelling story of Linda's spiritual expansion from traditional Christianity into the expansive divine, mystical truths, as taught in the Edgar Cayce readings. Linda is a retired educator, with a master's degree. She is a highly respected member of the Earth-Keeper family, and a dear friend. A loving soul of deep wisdom, purity, balance and kindness. She is a spiritual channel of the Archangel realm, an envoy of the Hathors, divine feminine. Linda Robinson speaks in the following presentation on the untimely topic, entitled, Finding Inner Peace. She also provides a beautiful, live channel, received from the angelic realm. Linda Robinson's website is www.personalpathwaysoflight.com. Filmed live at the Epic 2018 Earth-Keeper Arklantis in the crystal vortex of sacred Arkansas, on behalf of Earth-Keeper. Thank you, and enjoy. Namaste.
Speaker, Linda Robinson, a wonderful person and a great speaker.
Thank you, Bruce. Good afternoon. It's wonderful to be here with everyone today. It's been an amazing weekend with such wonderful speakers, and it's an honor to be here with all of you. In a moment, I'd like to share with you about inner peace. And first, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself and my spiritual journey. As the title said, I'm Linda Robinson, and I am a spiritual author, speaker, and messenger of light. I work very closely with the angelic realm, the divine feminine, and other beings of light. I know many of you work with them also, and you know as well as I do that they bring through wonderful energy and such loving wisdom to share with us on our path. I describe my spiritual journey in my book, Reflections on the Path, The Awakening. My path went from a rural, traditional, conservative background in North Carolina to one of awakening to metaphysics and spirituality after I moved to Virginia and was introduced to Edgar Cayce's ARE, the Association for Research and Enlightenment, and I know all of you here are acquainted with the ARE. When I read There Is a River, the biography of Edgar Cayce by Thomas Shugru, I found what I had been looking for. I knew I was home when I read that book because it brought me an expanded understanding of spirituality and all the possibilities that were contained within that. In my previous career, I taught life skills to adults and youth in non-formal settings. That means it's not a structured classroom, and so I had to work a little bit harder to keep their attention than someone who has someone there all day long. During that time, I also volunteered as a crisis counselor on a crisis hotline. When I retired from that career, I shifted my focus to teaching and working with spirituality and metaphysics. My primary focus was wisdom teachings from the angelic realm. One of the ways I work with the angelic realm is through the channeled messages I receive from Archangel Zadkiel and Lady Amethyst, who are the archangels of the seventh ray of light. Now, for those of you who work with the seventh ray of light, you know that this is the ray of transmutation, transformation, manifestation, and it's also the home of the violet flame. I post the messages from Archangel Zadkiel and Lady Amethyst on my website, personalpathwaysoflight.com. In some of their recent messages, they've emphasized the need for inner peace and some ways we can incorporate this into daily life. We all feel inner peace at certain times, but it's incorporating it into a daily basis that really is what many people are looking for. So now, let's discuss inner peace. Reflect for a few minutes on the words inner peace. Just think about those words for a moment. How do you feel when you hear them? Where in your body do you experience them? Do you feel them in your solar plexus? In your heart chakra? Or do you feel them all over? Whenever I hear these words, a feeling of peace washes over me, and I'm transported to a higher dimension. It's as if the vibration of these words brings about the desired effect. In fact, a lot of times, if I just want a really simple mantra to meditate with, I'll reflect on the word peace, and it just brings about that desired relaxation that I'm looking for. Now, inner peace is a very individual experience. We all have our own version of what it means to us and the way we experience it. For some of us, inner peace may mean having a schedule that's manageable. It may mean spending time in activities that make our hearts sing. It may be surrounded by loved ones. And for others, it may be a connection to the divine, or it may be a combination of things. Whatever your personal definition of inner peace may be for you, you know it when you feel it. Inner peace also has many spiritual benefits. We're receiving a lot of new energy, as I know everyone in here has experienced. And this new energy is calling us to a new way of being. It's calling us to a way of peacefulness within our souls. It's reminding us that inner peace is at the core of our being. And this is the way we are meant to be. It gives us a state of rest and calmness, and we all like to feel that. It also helps us determine what's right for us and what's true for us. When we're centered and peaceful, we can more easily hear the prompts from our guides. We tune in and we hear their messages that they're bringing us, advising us about what the next step on our path may be, or what the right course of action is. It's also our connection with the divine. When we tune in to our center and experience inner peace, we're reminded of our divine spark that resides in our heart center, and this reminds us of our connection to the divine. It also helps us to connect with each other. When we experience inner peace, we're reminded that we are all part of the great web of creation and the oneness of creation. So we can see that inner peace benefits us on many levels. The question we all keep coming back to is, how can I experience more inner peace in my daily life? How can I do this so that it's there for me when I need to call on it, when those times come when inner peace is so needed? There are many ways to experience this. Of course, long-term practices such as thinking positive thoughts and meditating build a foundation of inner peace that's there for us to turn to. But what do we do when we experience times of stress and we need to experience inner peace. What do we do when we get that message that a weather emergency is headed our way? Or perhaps the boss has given us a big project with a very short deadline. This is where we need a few techniques that can help us center ourselves and experience inner peace in the moment. Sacred sites offer us some valuable lessons about how we can experience inner peace. We often feel inner peace when we visit sacred sites. And you can notice here that this is a picture of Lake Louise, which is one of my favorite sacred sites, which I went to on the Earth-Keeper pilgrimage a couple of years ago, along with many of you in this room, and you know how peaceful that location can be. When we visit sacred sites, all our cares seem to melt away. We feel at one with everybody and everything. We like this feeling, and we want it to stay that way. When we think about what happens when we visit sacred sites, we can gain some lessons about how to experience this in everyday life. First, when we visit a sacred site, we slow down. We've slowed down from that busy pace we have in everyday life, and we shut out all distractions. We are fully present in the moment. We don't think about the pile of work we left back at home or anything else that's going on outside what's right in front of us at the moment. We are fully focused on the present moment. Next, we're aware of our surroundings. We're aware of the sky, the trees, the water, the flowers, the stones, and the ground. We are aware of any fragrances in the air and the temperature of the air. We notice whether there's a breeze. We take in all the details and savor them for the rich experience they bring. We are fully present in the moment. We are in a state of inner peace, and we want this feeling to last forever. So how can we increase inner peace with lessons from these sacred sites? This is another sacred site. This is Lake Tahoe, and I know many of you have been there also, and you recognize this as a very peaceful place when you visit there. When we visit sacred sites, we can apply the lessons there to things back at home. Remember, it's the little things we do that make a difference. These little things contribute to the powerful feeling we receive no matter where we are on our spiritual path. I used to think that the little things really didn't matter anymore, and then when I started practicing them consistently, I saw firsthand just what a difference they made and how important they are to continue. Whenever we practice these little things throughout the day, they add up to form a network of peace and calmness. So how do we do this? In our busy lives, we may find ourselves going throughout the day without even noticing what's going on. We're so focused on what has to get done in a short amount of time. To change this, first we can pause before beginning an activity. It doesn't have to be a long pause, just a minute or two. This allows us to become fully present in the moment. We can consciously focus our attention on things in our outer world that bring a sense of peace. We can observe our surroundings, and some of you may recognize this as the Island of the Sun on Lake Titicaca. It's a very peaceful place with beautiful scenery. So one way we can do this at home is to observe our surroundings. If we're outdoors, we can observe nature. We can pause and look up at the sky. What's the color of the sky? Is it bright blue? Is there a cloud drifting by? Then we look around and we may notice whether there are trees or flowers. We may look down at the ground and see a tiny stone. We may hear the chirping of a bird or feel a gentle breeze on our face. We look first at the total picture that's around us and all the details that are there. And then our attention rests on a single focus. One thing just seems to draw us in, and we let our attention rest on that particular item. If we're indoors, we go through the same process. We look around the room at all of the objects. We may notice the color of the walls, the type of furniture in the room, and the decorations that are on the furniture. And then our eye rests on one single object. We're in the present moment when we do this. We're aware of our surroundings, and we've focused on a single object. We've tuned out the outer noise, and we're centered within our own being and the peace that this brings. And then we begin to turn inward. As we turn inward, we become aware of our breath. We continue to experience inner peace as we focus on the breath. And I'll have to say that focusing on the breath is probably my favorite technique that brings me inward in just a few seconds. If I'm stressed, all I do is pause and I focus on my breath gently flowing in and out, and it tends to calm me down almost immediately. When we consciously pay attention to our breath flowing in and out, we are shifting our focus to the present moment and our own inner being. We breathe in and we breathe out, keeping our attention on the breath. We're doing this at our own pace, and this is what makes it so peaceful. It isn't somebody else's pace, it's our own pace. The breath is inviting us to go within where inner peace resides. As we go within to experience inner peace, we connect with the divine, and we're reminded that we're part of something much greater than ourselves. We are part of the great network of universal light, and we are part of highest good. It all begins with inner peace. So now, let's take a few moments and turn inward to experience inner peace in a guided meditation. Allow yourself to settle comfortably in your chair, with your feet flat on the floor and your hands resting gently in your lap. You may close your eyes when you're ready. Take a few gentle breaths in and out at your own pace. Feel your breath flowing in and out very gently. Slowly, allow your attention to rest at your heart center. With each in-breath and each out-breath, let your attention focus even more on your heart center. As you continue to focus on your heart center, you begin to feel your mind and body relax. As you breathe in and out, this relaxation continues to grow. And you're aware that this is the place of your own inner peace, your heart center, the place where your divine spark of light resides. This realization is very peaceful and calming. It brings you to a point of complete peace and harmony, and a recognition that you carry this inner peace with you wherever you are. You are in harmony with the flow of the divine. You are in a state of pure beingness. As you continue to focus on your heart center, you feel the gentle touch of your divine spark, and you're aware that it is part of you. It is helping you to remain calm and peaceful. You're aware that you can tap into this feeling of inner peace at any time by focusing on your breath, then turning inward and letting your attention rest at your heart center. Take a moment to enjoy this feeling of inner peace and calmness. And now, remain in a meditative state as we receive a message from the angelic realm of light. Greetings, beloved ones. This is the angelic realm of light, and we greet you with love. We bring you the energy of inner peace and stillness. You have experienced many spiritual practices, and you have realized that inner stillness is the path to inner peace and harmony. You have found that turning inward provides you with your own oasis of inner peace. This oasis is there for you whenever you wish to experience it. No matter what the outer circumstances are, when you turn inward, you're in your own special place. There is nothing you have to do and nowhere you have to be. You can just be and rest in the present moment. It's as if a breath of fresh air has entered your energy field. It revitalizes your entire being, and you rest in knowing that you are part of all that is. You feel the nurturing energy that resides there. You're aware that your heart center is where inner stillness and peace begin. Your heart center is where your inner spark resides, and it is there where you will find inner peace. Your divine spark embodies love, compassion, and caring. These are qualities that you always carry with you, for these are qualities that were given to you when you first burst forth as a great spark of light from the Creator. These are the qualities that bring you inner peace. You can experience these qualities whenever you turn inward and focus on your heart center. And now, we invite you to feel the inner peace even more fully. Let your attention rest at your heart center. Feel the calmness, the love, the compassion, the caring, the stillness, and the inner peace. Feel yourself relaxing in this beautiful inner stillness, the inner peace that resides within you. This is your natural state of being. This is the way you are meant to go throughout your life, throughout your daily life. Peaceful, calm, and centered. When you set your intention to experience this feeling, you can remind yourself to turn inward. You may pause before beginning an activity and take a deep breath in and let it flow out very gently, turning your focus to the heart center, breathing in and out. You feel an instant connection with the inner peace that resides there. Then you're centered as you begin your next activity. You can increase your inner peace by pausing and relaxing throughout the day, by taking a deep breath in and letting it flow out gently, turning inward to your heart center and experiencing inner peace. The more you experience this, the more automatic it will become. It will be your default pattern of relaxation. Again, feel the inner peace within your heart center. As you continue to focus on this, the peacefulness expands, and you begin to feel a sense of oneness with the divine. You have a knowing that you are part of something much greater than yourself. You are part of all that is. And this intention and connection is through the inner peace in your heart center. As you experience the inner peace and the connection with all that is, you're aware that you can connect with this feeling at any time by turning inward and focusing on your heart center. Take a moment to enjoy this feeling of inner peace. Whenever you experience this beautiful feeling of relaxation and inner peace, know that we are with you. You are a beautiful being of light, and you are greatly loved. We are the angelic realm of light, and we surround you with love, and so it is. Now, slowly come back to this room Wiggle your fingers and your toes. You may open your eyes when you are ready as you continue to experience inner peace. Thank you. It has been an honor to share with you.
Once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby. Get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby. Boy, you're gone.